The #2 national seed Texas up by 7. Jordan Felchey, the sophomore lefty out of Staten Island, New York, has taken over in the circle for the Badgers. Third pitcher of the game for Wisconsin. And delivers a first pitch ball to Ashton Maloney with 2 on. A lot of speed on the bases for Texas and just 1 away. So again, Texas looking in really good shape right now to advance to another regional final. Wisconsin, meanwhile, has to look towards preserving their pitchers for later today, potentially.
Well, 7-run deficit, no matter who you are, is an absolute mountain to climb. But also when you're facing Tegan Cavan, even a bigger task. And so Wisconsin, I think, 1, her starting to get hit a little bit, but 2, probably getting her out of there so that way she's fresh when when and if they have to play later today.
Texas put in a pinch hitter there for Ashton Maloney. Katie Bennett watches the count get evened up. Texas with 7 runs off 6 hits so far. Bennett, a .283 hitter on the year.
Felchey going to be a very different look as she's coming from the left side. Still going to throw a lot of curve, rise, screwball, so a lot of upspin. Katie Bennett has been a better hitter against left-handed pitchers than Ashton Maloney, so I think that's a big reason for this switch here in this hitting spot.
Got her. Comes into the game, and Felchey registers a strikeout.
Well,
Friday, August
hammered
7th.
the inner half and then expands this one away, and you see that break almost clear across half the plate. But Katie Bennett sells out like that's on the inner half, and unable to touch a piece of that.
Back up to the top with two-way Caden Henry. 2 for 2 with 2 runs driven in. Henry sends one to left field, but right at Foster. But Texas continues to extend their lead, and they now lead it 7-0 after 3.
Team right now, but I want to reserve the
Day number 2 of the Austin Regional underway. 2 more contests coming up after this one. Our first elimination game of the day on Elimination Saturday. Baylor against Wagner. The big story so far, Texas coming off their 19th run rule game of the season yesterday against Wagner. Hannah Conger with her 3rd walk-off hit of the year for the Badgers. Baylor falls to 4-4 all-time in extras in the postseason. And Wagner, the Wagner Seahawks out of Staten Island, New York, making their very first appearance in the NCAA tournament, scored their very first run yesterday. Hey, they did it against the defending national champs, Texas.
Well, they did. Wagner talked to us a lot about how, yes, they're happy to be here, but they're not just happy to be here. They're going to come out and compete, and they did early in that game. They came out with all the energy. Eventually, Texas got to them, but love to see the Wagner Seahawks and all their energy they brought to the field.
They were fired up. It was a boisterous McCombs Field on day number 1. We began the 4th inning with Wisconsin trying to get something, anything going against Tegan Cavan, who has been brilliant in the circle so far. And there is another first pitch strike from Cavan, this time to Hillary Blomberg.
Well, talking to Yvette Healy, and to her point, she wants to see them swinging earlier in the count. Tegan Cavan has been able to get ahead.
That one grabbed by Nichols. Cavan has been outstanding so far. 6 strikeouts, 1 walk, and that's it. See how she fares against Jacqueline Showalter, who was the first strikeout victim of the day.
Well, very different how she approached Hillary Blomberg in the first at bat versus that one. Went right at her in the 4th inning here. But the first inning was a little bit careful, respecting the power of Blomberg, not letting Wisconsin set the tone of the game with a big swing.
Wisconsin with the walk in the first inning, and that's it. Big swing and a miss from Showalter, 0-2. This Texas squad has gone on quite a run under Mike White. The 0-2. This is Mike White. He has that incredible streak going. Back to his time at Oregon, he has qualified for at least a super regional. Every postseason he has been a head coach, looking to make it 16 straight this year. Again, it's Nichols.
Well, the freshman over there makes that look easy, and that is not an easy play. It's in the hole. It's a short hop pick. That can easily be a single in the 5-6 hole, but J.C. Nichols has done an incredible job at filling the hole at third base that Mia Scott left to do due to graduation. Sure-handed fielder there that has filled in nicely.
Coming off last year's title run, Mike White said the key at this time of the year for any team is fundamentals. That's what it all comes down to. It's not one big thing. It's making the fundamental plays game in and game out in the postseason, like his team did last year. Strong defense so far. Texas 20-3 in regional games under Mike White. That's the most wins in the nation by any head coach in the regionals during that span since 2019. 3 straight groundouts induced by Kavan, and the defense takes care of the rest. Still 7-0 in Austin. Fans enjoying themselves here in Austin, Texas. Day 2 of the regional from McCombs Field, keeping things cool with some snow cones on a beautiful day. Here we're now joined by Mike White, the head coach of the Longhorns. Coach, in just 8 innings so far in this regional, your offense has put up 16 runs. What have you made of their performance so far?
Yeah, just passing the bat. That's what we got to do. You know, we talk about playing for each other and not worrying about the averages at this point in the season. It's about getting runs across and winning games, and that's exactly what they're doing.
Well, Coach, Tegan Kavan has looked masterful in the circle. What makes Tegan so tough come postseason time?
She's just cool, calm, collected for the most part, and she's able to make corrections. Sometimes when it's not your day, it's hard to kind of gut your way through it. And she's just able to do that. Like, she didn't really start off probably how she wanted to, 20-pitch inning, but came right back in a real short next 3 innings. So she's able to make those adjustments in game.
Coach, do you have to start wearing shin guards out there? You've been hit a number of times this postseason.
I need that trash can lid like Captain America or something.
Appreciate it, Coach.
All right, welcome.
Mike White joined for some of that interview with Caden Henry behind him, and Texas's incredible record, 115-2 when leading through 3 over the last 3 years.
Coach White has been able to just put together so many incredible pitching stats. When we talk about Tegan's masterful performance, we talked about it briefly in the open. Hannah Wells, 3 great innings yesterday, 3 perfect innings. Let's not sell her short. So when you couple that with the offense Texas has, it makes them so hard to beat, especially here at home where they feel the most comfortable, thriving off the crowd.
Katie Stewart. Conger has been rock solid at short all weekend long. Want to remind you, all weekend long, the 7 Innings Live crew will keep you updated on all the action from all 16 host sites for this year's 2026 softball regionals. They are doing a great job in studio. Kept us up to speed yesterday, Kat. Before our games, we were taking a look at the upset taking place in Tallahassee. The Stetson Hatters shocking the Noles. Some late night action as well. UCLA was nearly stunned at home. That was a dramatic ending to that game as well.
Yeah, for fans, Central Time and Eastern Time might have already been asleep, but Cal Baptist put a 10-run inning together, took a 11-7 lead, and UCLA down to 2 outs remaining ends up walking that off 12-11. Some really exciting ball games across the country today. 1 winter bracket game already over. Florida's advanced and UCF have both advanced to the finals tomorrow.
We're trying to make it easy for Chris, Tori, and Tara. You know, our game here, it's pretty cut and dry here, although Wisconsin Sure wishes it was a lot closer, like their contest last night. It went deep into that one, a 9-inning affair. And nearly caught Martinez. Swing and a miss.
Felchi coming from the left side has been able to come in and keep Texas at bay. They've put some balls in play, but nothing has found the hole. Able to command both sides of the plate.
Payoff pitch to Vivi Martinez. Fights that one off. Martinez, who missed all of last year with a knee injury. Said learned a lot being on the sidelines for that one in the dugout. Said, in her words, learned the concept of finding joy in the happiness of others, her teammates, more specifically. Rooting them on while watching. Happy to be back in action with her peers this year. But a strikeout victim there, goes down looking.
So he said, you know what, it's less
Felchi
complicated
using
the last time. It
backdoor
was over Gina
curveball. It is
Kessler, so I'll
coming
just
back
tell her,
across the plate.
I'll
It
pick
looks
up
like
your
it's going
pictures like I
at the
picked up for
left-handed
you.
hitter.
They're not
It
going
hits
to give a
that back
problem.
corner, and she has been able to
That's it.
freeze.
If they
both
do, she's
Katie Bennett with that
retired.
pitch.
Yeah,
and
so
now
they
Vivi
direct you to
Martinez.
get him over by HUD. As short
Such
as
a
the
deadly
Walgreens
pitch
over
if you
there.
Yeah,
can
but
pinpoint
whatever.
the location on that, and Felchi doing a great job here against Texas.
Here is the mighty Reese Atwood, who reaches for the third time today. Second hit of the contest for the senior.
Alex Reese Atwood didn't want to let you even walk her up to the plate. First pitch there, up in the zone. Stays up with that pitch, dead center field.
Here comes Hannah Wells, who has been absolutely on fire as of late. Forget about hitting a freshman wall. Wells entered the day with 5 of her last 7 hits leaving the yard and 4 home runs in her last 6 games, including one yesterday. Was the National High School Player of the Year. Second in Texas Longhorns history, the only other one being yourself.
Correct. A fun little award to share. A number of big-time players in our sport have taken that award home from high school.
Wells launched 86 home runs in her high school career, but a nice job by Olivia Bark over at third. We are through 4 here in Austin, Texas firmly in control.
The NCAA Softball Regionals are presented by Capital One. What's in your wallet?
The Longhorns have been celebrating all game long, not only offensively in the dugout, but in the circle as well. Tegan Kavan has retired 11 straight. 6 strikeouts on the day, 1 walk. And that's all so far as Wisconsin running out of time to try and get something going here against the All-American. It'll be Kaylee Whitten in the 5 spot leading things off. Whitten defensively may have saved the game yesterday against Baylor. The Bears were threatening late in that contest. Baylor had a runner on second with no outs when Whitten snared a line drive and stepped on the bag to pull off the double play. And if not for that, they may have dropped that opener against the Bears.
Yeah, Whitten was so sure-handed defensively, that play in particular. It was the first time Baylor had a runner in scoring position with less than 2 outs. So they were really looking in a prime spot to score, but able to retire that runner on a line shot. Right now trying to look to get it going with her bat, but man, Tegan Kavan has been absolutely in control, just attacking the zone early here against the Badgers.
We saw Glenn Moore, one of the Glenn Moores waiting in the wings. We will have a Glenn Moore matchup coming up next here from Austin, the head coach of the Bears versus the Glenn Moore from Wagner out of New York. Our first elimination game of the weekend. Sent foul off the bat of Whidden.
Well, we did see them actually meet in person yesterday. And so now there will be the showdown. How many times are we going to say head coach Glenn Moore in that one?
They didn't seem to understand the fascination with it, but everybody else seems to love it. And Glenn Moore from Baylor said, I think my accent's a little bit different. I'm from Mississippi. The other Glenn Moore is from Brooklyn with a thick Brooklyn accent to boot. And they're coming up next. Texas wins this. They are done playing for the day. After today is all said and done, 2 teams will remain here in Austin. Mike White's team looking to be one of them. Wisconsin loses this one. They will play the 3rd and final game today against whoever survives the Baylor versus Wagner contest. 1-2 coming up to Kaylee Whidden. Towards foul territory, and Vivi Martinez is there. Well, tonight it's do or die in the Stanley Cup playoffs. Game 6 as the Sabres take on the Canadians with Montreal up 3-2. The puck drops at 8 Eastern on ABC. You can also stream the game on the ESPN app. Got hockey, got plenty of softball as well. Take it all in this weekend. Wall-to-wall action, one away here for the Badgers. Olivia Bark, a strikeout victim in the 2nd inning. Watches that one miss from Kavan. So, Kat, you'd be the perfect person to ask, what is the protocol for a pitcher? If they have something special going in the hits column, I'm not going to say it, because you chuckle, but how far can you go alluding to the fact that Kavan is working on a special day right now?
Well, you just keep talking about how great the defense has their back, how well she's working to keep people off base. You could mention that there hasn't been a lot of hard contact.
Okay.
But that's where I draw the line, Alex. See?
See what you did? I led you right into it.
Tegan, you can blame Alex, but Tegan Kavan pitching masterfully. But I will say, the second time through the lineup, Wisconsin has started to adjust. We've seen the balls put in play. Her strikeout numbers have started to decrease. So they were adjusting to that rise ball, and Olivia Bark breaks up the no-no.
If you ever wondered whether there was an announcer jinx or not, there's your answer. Wisconsin with their first base hit of the contest. Let's see what Mackenzie Foster can do. Kavan comes right back with a strike. Well, for the Badgers, I mean, at the very least, they want to carry over some momentum into later today if they can't put together an incredible rally in this one, because later today, if they do fall in this one, their season will be on the line.
You want to try to create some offensive momentum, see your team adjust, and Yvette Healy said she wanted to see them swing earlier in the count. 5 put in play since Tegan Kavan went on and struck out 4 in a row, so you can see that the adjustment's happening. But also hard to adjust when we've talked about it. There's a vertical separation on a rise and a drop, plus a 10-mile-an-hour speed differential between hard and changeup.
Well, and listen, if you're Wisconsin, it's certainly not over yet. Yes, it's the 5th inning, but the goal right now is prevent Texas from taking a 7-0 lead into the bottom half and potentially having a chance to walk it off if they can go up by 8. Just try and extend this game, get at least 1 run at this point.
Well, that's what you're trying to do. You're just trying to, again, it's create the momentum, see your offense come to life a little bit. A lot of times, if a team does get no hit, you start to press the next game to try to find the hit. You don't want to ever be in that pressing situation.
Two to Foster. Strikeout number 7.
And here you see Tegan Kavan again using that rise ball, tailing it just a little bit away from the left-handed Foster. Great execution in a 2-2 count.
Wisconsin will send up a pinch hitter with two-way, Addison Weary, freshman out of Seymour, Wisconsin. The runner over at first. Bark, Kavan had retired 12 in a row before that base hit by Olivia Bark, Wisconsin's first hit of the contest. Kavan ready against Addison Weary. And again, sound like a broken record, delivers a first pitch strike.
We talk about the first pitch strike. We saw it yesterday, late in the game. And even today, in the first and second innings, Texas selling out on the first pitch. If they saw it where they wanted, they were selling out. And I think sometimes there's something to that as a hitter. Even if you foul it off, you get your timing and you can make an adjustment. Hard to get timing when you're continuously taking pitches.
Kavan misses. Tegan Kavan entered the regional with 207 strikeouts on the year, second most in the SEC. She has tacked on 7 more.
I like that changeup call right there. I actually thought they were going to do that in the 0-2 count. Elevated up, but I thought she had Weary set up for that low and away changeup if she could execute the spot just a little bit better.
Make it 8 for Kavan.
Well, there's the changeup. When she throws that in that location, hard for a hitter to decide if that's fast, slow, in or out of the zone. But Tegan Kavan continuing to stay sharp.
Yvette Healy offered up a challenge on that called strike 3, challenging whether Reese Atwood dropped the ball. They are reviewing it, and here's the answer.
After review, the call on the field is confirmed. Caught third strike, the batter is out.
So there you go, Wisconsin down to 1 challenge remaining. Another look.
Well, I think Yvette Healy and her staff saw dirt, but you see there, Reese Atwood catches it, but it's her glove that actually makes the dirt fly. So that is a caught third strike. She doesn't have to throw down to first. Reese obviously feeling that in her glove, reacts accordingly, but Wisconsin asked for a look at that one.
So it is strikeout number 8 for Tegan Kavan. Mike White's offense will be coming up to bat in just a moment, sending up the 6, 7, and 8 hitters. Again, Texas in control right now, up 7-0. A win sends them into the regional final. Yet again under Mike White on a hot day in Austin. The umbrellas are out. Well, we got a long ways to go here. This is the first of 3 games today. Coming up next, it is Baylor against Wagner. When you take a look around the country, some of the top performers in the regional action so far. Grace Jenkins of Arizona, a couple of home runs. For 3 for 4 with the homer. Jade Hilton going yard twice for the Cavaliers. And how about the ace for LSU, Jaden Hebner, getting the start on day 1 and fanning 11 in that appearance, Cap?
Yeah, Jade Hebner absolutely shutting down Akron in their first NCAA appearance.
The big upset, meanwhile, took place yesterday. Florida State stunned by Stetson, the only national seed to lose a game as they fell to the Hatters. The SEC dominating on opening day, 12-0 yesterday. And 6 walk-off wins yesterday. We saw 1 here.
Well, 1 here. We've already talked about UCLA had to walk-off win. I'm trying to think. I went and watched a lot of softball once we were done. Kansas walked off Michigan, so there was a number of them. But it's this time of year. There are a lot of thrillers that come down to the very last pitch.
Texas is technically going to be trying to do the same here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Up by 7. 1 more could clinch it and send them to the final. Again, Mike White, 20 wins in regional matchups during his time in Austin. That is more than any other coach in the nation since he arrived here in 2019. Leanne Good will be leading things off.
Oh, and Leanne Good is going to have to lead Texas to figure out Felci here, as the lefty has been able to just really give up one hit. Not a lot of hard contact. He's been a difference maker for the Badgers, keeping them in this game, trying to extend it another inning or two if she can. But Texas really going to have to make some noise and pass the bat against the lefty here.
Leanne Good swinging away. Crane took a step in and then had to retreat a few to make the grab. Well, for Texas, you know, they're known for their home run, the home run hitters like Katie Stort and Reese Atwood. But it's been a very balanced game for them. One home run by Atwood. A little bit of small ball, speed around the bases. They have spread it out. And of course, we know what the pitching has done in the circle. And the defense has been perfect so far as well. Here is Alyssa Sneed, as that one misses from Felci.
Remember, in the second inning, it was the bottom part of this order that really, all the speed back to back to back, created some chaos for Wisconsin. Saw a couple hesitations that allowed runners to be safe. And right now you can tell these Texas right-handers unable to figure out where they're going to sit in the strike zone against Felci. Alyssa Sneed swinging it off speed pitch there.
Pokes one foul. And Sneed, who's been so good defensively in left field, you know, Mike White has been well aware at times of Texas's reputation defensively in years past. So heading into last postseason, he said, listen, it's something we talk about. We have goals, what we want our fielding percentage to be. That fielding percentage went up in the postseason. And how about the hitting elevating as that one just dies down on the track. Alyssa Sneed nearly ending the ball game.
Back-to-back deep fly balls, but that one off the bat, I thought that sounded like it was heading out. It's a backdoor curve that comes back over the plate, so Sneed able to get barrel to this one as it leaks back over middle half of the plate. Just a couple feet short of that wall.
Texas will now send up one of their better pinch hitters in recent memory. Vic Hunter, the junior out of Houston. Delivered a pinch hit RBI double yesterday. Came up clutch in the Supers against Texas A&M with a grand slam 2 years ago in this ballpark. 10 home runs for her career.
The right-handed hitter has been able to be clutch, and Texas trying to get her opportunities here in the postseason, knowing that there will be chances. They need a big long ball off the bat of Vic Hunter. Vic Hunter actually participated in their graduation ceremonies while they were at the SEC tournament. She has graduated in 3 years. As of now, the word on the street is that she's going to forego her 4th year of eligibility. Got into the Masters of Finance program here at Texas, which is extremely competitive. She didn't think she was going to get in, but applied and got accepted into that prestigious degree.
Congratulations to Vic Hunter, trying to go out with a bang to end her collegiate softball career. Has a hitter's count now at 3-1. Big swing and a miss. She was trying to end it there.
Well, I like the aggressiveness. You're in there as a pinch hitter to hit. Right now, Texas doesn't necessarily need a base runner, so while you're working the count and have 3 balls, get your swing off in case that ball is over the plate and where you can barrel it up. That one just continued to rise out of the zone on Hunter.
Payoff pitch. Wisconsin using 3 different pitchers today. Shelby Jacobson, the ace, got the start. Was replaced by Barrett Herr, the freshman. And now it's Jordan Felci the sophomore. The 7th pitch of the at-bat on the way to Vic Hunter. Got her. And we play on in Austin. A strikeout by Felci. Wisconsin will try to get the bats going after coming up with the strikeout from the sophomore.
My mother walks right in front of me when they're showing all these pictures of Joe.
Well, Tegan Kavan's day is done. What a performance. 8 strikeouts, just 1 hit allowed. On the verge of helping send her team to the regional final on Sunday. A lot of swings and misses there, Kat. But again, Texas giving her some relief now, and replacing her in the circle is Cam Salmon, the sophomore righty out of California.
Salmon going to be able to take over, and what a start Tegan Kavan gave this team defensively. For Salmon, the key is just to continue to attack the strike zone. You watch Wisconsin, and they've been patient. They haven't been attacking early. So if I'm coming in as a relief pitcher, I'm attacking early until they start swinging. Then I can think about elevating or changing speeds.
Salmon 5-0 on the year. She hasn't allowed more than 1 earned run in her last 11 outings. Very efficient, got some postseason experience a year ago as well. Faced Texas Tech in the Women's College World Series Finals. Seeing action for the first time here in the 2026 postseason.
Such an opportunity for Coach Mike White and Patty Ruth Taylor. We saw Hannah Wells and Citlali Gutierrez yesterday. Tegan Kavan, Cam Salmon today. Still have Brinley Gonzalez, their lefty, that hasn't seen action, but getting everyone going here in the postseason.
Martinez handles that one. Conger is retired. Back up to the top of the order we go now for Wisconsin. Badgers down to their last 5 outs of this one. The senior Emily Bojan. Had a career year, saving her best for last. They are most likely going to need her to come through later today as well. Again, it's a Wisconsin team that has never advanced to a super regional.
Well, and for Wisconsin right now, tall hill to climb, but then you look at it and say, okay, what's next? And they talked a lot with us about being where their feet are. So you know after this game, if they're not able to mount the comeback necessary, they're going to go in, have first eat lunch, everybody regroup, but have the conversation. Go back to 1 pitch at a time, being able to try to win as many of those pitches within their at-bats, defensively as well. Figure out how can they get to tomorrow, and then worry about tackling Texas again after they've already been able to advance.
Is it tough to take that long extended break coming off this game and wait around for hours to play another game, or no, considering you know their season is going to be on the line?
I don't think there's any real emotional toll in taking that break. If anything, I think it allows you to separate the 2 games. So obviously you wanted to win this game. There's going to be just some disappointment, but it allows you to come back to the field and get right back to work after you figure out who you're going to play next.
2-2 coming up to Bojan from the sophomore Salmon. Texas already in really just a day and a half has used 4 of the 5 pitchers on their staff. We saw Citlali Gutierrez and Hannah Wells yesterday. Today it's been Tegan Kavan and Cam Salmon. Brinley Gonzalez, the only pitcher yet to head out there in the circle. This one belted towards the gap in left center on the run off the glove of Sneed. Wisconsin now with the runner in scoring position as Bojan fired up.
Bojan working deep in the count, and this pitch from Salmon up in the zone but over the plate, and Bojan puts a drive in that one. Sneed just a small degree of the wrong angle to where she wasn't on time for that. She gave chase. Absolute great effort by the left fielder, but Emily Bojan giving Wisconsin some life with one out here in the 6th.
Yeah, that's their first extra base hit of the day, their first runner in scoring position today. See if they can take advantage. And Hillary Blomberg did go around. 34 career home runs, 9 shy of the all-time program record, including a Wisconsin record tying 15 this year.
Well, this Wisconsin lineup starting their third time through, and not seeing Tegan Cavan at 70 miles an hour with that tight rise ball spin. The adjustment to a little bit mile-an-hour difference of Salmon might give them a little bit more confidence.
This Wisconsin team has some pop in their bats. And put up 11 runs against Oregon in that huge upset of the Ducks in the Big Ten tournament to help them make the NCAA postseason tournament as an at-large bid. And yet to show off that power in Austin, but they are due. The runner will advance to third as that one goes flying past Atwood.
An off-speed pitch that just didn't make it even to the plate. That's what ricocheted. Nothing Reese Atwood could do to block that one.
I can see you wince and groan over there every time there's a wild pitch by any pitcher.
I just think with runners on is when you have to be more cognizant of making sure, even if you're trying to throw a pitch low in the zone, you don't let it have the ability to get away from your catcher. That extra 60 feet so many times is given to a runner by the pitcher themselves, and that's just not helping yourself out.
A 2-2 count to Blomberg. Chased it upstairs. First strikeout of the day for Cam Salmon. 2 away.
Cam Salmon using a rise ball, and it continues to go out of the zone. We saw the one to Bojan hang a little bit lower, but she makes sure to extend against Blomberg. Gets the big swing and miss.
Cam Salmon was a big-time recruit out of California. Number 4 prospect in the nation. Now facing Jacqueline Showalter. Power-hitting freshman, 13 bombs on the season, including a monster one in the Big Ten tournament. They were down to their last 4 outs of the tourney against Purdue, trailing by 3. And she launched a game-tying home run. They would rally to win and advance all the way to the semifinals before coming up short against UCLA. That one getting away from Atwood, and the first run of the game. No, foul ball. Yvette Healy wants an explanation.
Well, as soon as that ball ricocheted off Reese Atwood's glove, Carlos Guzman signaled foul ball. And regardless of what Yvette Healy is going to argue, if Guzman felt like he heard and saw a foul ball, they can't reverse that to be a live ball. So this is going to go in the favor of Texas regardless. That spins out of her glove funny, but I don't know if I see bat, but Carlos Guzman might have heard it.
Tough break for Yvette Healy and the Badgers. And instead, it ends up as an inning-ending strikeout.
Well, Cam Salmon uses that to her advantage, retires Wisconsin, gives Texas a chance to walk it off.
Who's going to get to Oklahoma City? We are into the postseason.
Really is wide open this year. Anybody's game as the regionals continue this weekend. Texas winning it all last year for the first time in program history. Just a few outs away from advancing back to another regional final. Dominating right from the start. The Longhorns put up 3 runs in the first, 2 in the second, 2 more in the third, and Tegan Kavan has done the rest. Allowing 1 hit. Mike White all smiles right now, and for good reason, as we hit the bottom of the 6th inning and his team trying to end it. Ashton Maloney has re-entered the game and will lead things off. Drops down the bunt with her speed. They got no play on it. Maloney now represents the winning run. Again, if Texas goes up by 8, that would be a run rule victory in the books.
Texas offense is able to beat you in so many different ways. We talk about the power numbers. Katie Stewart, Reese Atwood, Hannah Wells, all in double digits. But they can also beat you with small ball, with speed, with just consistency and base hits. Right there, an absolute masterful bunt by Ashton Maloney to get herself on base. And Texas knows what she represents. She represents that run rule walk-off win, so they're going to try to figure out how can they get her around the bases as quickly as possible here.
Here's Caden Henry, the all-conference center fielder, 2 for 3 with a couple of runs driven in. Had a 2-run double back in the 2nd inning. The top part of the order doing work early on, just sending one past Foster in left field. Texas pouring it on right from the start. Remember, they picked up a 9-1 run rule victory yesterday in 5 over Wagner, trying to make it 2 run rule wins in 2 days here in the regional. That one is in there for strike 2.
Backdoor curve from Felchi, still baffling these left-handed hitters from Texas. Ashton Maloney actually bunted that pitch, took it with her.
Henry to left field, to deep left field, and there's your ball game. Another run rule victory for the Longhorns.
As we said, Texas will set the table in a variety of different ways, but they consistently continue to use the power to absolutely flex their muscle here in this Austin Regional. Caden Henry getting in on the home run action this time.
Texas's 20th run rule victory of the year launches them into the regional final tomorrow on Sunday. Here from McCombs Field, another look at Henry's 3rd hit of the ball game. That ends it. So Texas will await the lone survivor from the 3 teams that will do battle today. Up next, we got Baylor and Wagner coming up in elimination game number 1. After that, the winner faces this Wisconsin team for the right to play Texas on Sunday. Let's take a look now at today's Capital One rewarding performance. And it goes to Tegan Kavan. What a gem she threw in the circle. 8 strikeouts, allowing just 1 hit.
Well, Tegan Kavan started this game off with a bang, kept Texas in the driver's seat the whole game long, and the offense just continued to chip away until they were finally able to walk it off. But the 8 strikeouts from Tegan Kavan absolutely set the tone.
Kavan picking up right where she left off last year. Again, had that record stretch of innings without allowing an earned run, and that carries over into this year. So the Longhorns pick up win number 44 on the year and advance to the regional final. Taking a look at the latest up-to-date bracket coming up in just a little bit. The Baylor Bears and Wagner Seahawks. The battle of the Glenmores. Both Glenmore head coaches will square off coming up from McCombs Field. The winner moves on. The loser heads home. And that winner will face Wisconsin later on tonight in the third and final game here from the Austin Regional. But again, Texas is looking good right now, coming off 2 impressive victories.
Yeah, Texas really setting the tone, and they're taking momentum early, never relinquishing it, and it's coming from top to bottom in the lineup. That's what they're going to need to continue their hot streak here in the postseason.
The Longhorns with 9 runs off 9 hits, no errors for Wisconsin, no runs, 2 hits, and no errors for Kat Osterman. I'm Alex Loeb. We send you over to Knoxville now with Matt